Oh, I was using this one. This one feels more like a microphone. My name is Catherine. I'm an artist and art educator. I'm currently working on this series of paintings I want to do about my recent stay in Palm Springs. So, the way that I'm working on the painting right now is just kind of going with certain colors. So, I have like two versions of the picture that I printed out of this house that we stayed at. So, this is the house that we stayed at in Palm Springs, mid century modern vibes. So, I took this picture to be like split in thirds to follow that. And then I think to have like bars going all the way across has like a strong vibe to it. It's almost like a flag or something because it's pretty extreme. And then so I just kind of started blocking in how this is going to be a lighter area. This is mostly blues, the other colors. But I also started like having fun with it. Like if I get drawn to a certain color, I'm going to use it. So using it wherever I can find a place for it, I feel like that's pretty, like that's how my work relates to, like impressionism. Okay. Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. You have to get kind of close to this microphone. So apologies for that. But this is my painting so far. What do you think about it?
I love it. I feel like that's how everyone's critique on paintings start. No, I really like it. I really love the colors, and like I was saying before, I love how you paint those like underhues, and then like paint over them, and they just become a part of like that feeling. So the window's coming along, and I see you got some pink reflections. I don't know if you're gonna do that tube or not, but this is cool. Yeah, and I love the sky. And yeah.
Thanks. I feel like people are always like so nice to me in critiques. Like,
Yeah.
what don't you like about it?
It's like not at a stage really, I feel like, where I can say, because I feel like you're still like the shapes look great. Like I like the perspective. It gives me more of like a BoJack, but also I'm sitting on the edge of the pool vibe. Instead of like, I feel like the reference, if I'm allowed to talk about it,
Yeah.
it feels very like it's like obviously from a person's standing perspective. At least it looks like that, and I feel like your painting's more intimate. It feels almost like an ultra wide, and it pulled everything in, you know.
So can I tell you my thought process so far?
Yeah.
So basically I was just thinking about how the picture itself is like really split into thirds.
Yeah.
Like pretty strongly.
Yeah.
And I think that's really interesting. So I wanted to use that as the main composition. But I still want to add details like in the sky and stuff.
Yeah.
So I hope to like keep that balance as I go along.
Yeah. And are you gonna add trees?
Yes.
Yeah. Those will blend the two levels pretty well.
I feel like it's interesting because like while I'm painting it, I'm just really trying to like be in the flow state as much as possible. So I'm not really thinking about what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
it's like important for me to reflect.
Yeah, definitely. You gonna add that umbrella, or is that an eyesore?
um, I like it. I like it, but in the sketch I drew on my iPad, I don't love it.
Yeah.
So,
it's
I'm not
weird
sure.
to fit. I feel like with a perspective like this, where you are like pulling everything forward, it's weird to put that big ass thing in front of everything.
Yeah. I think that's always the hardest part for me is like how many details do I add?
It'd be kind of cool to like lay it down, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like maybe in the back right corner somewhere, so there's like one small contrasty object. Well, I don't know if you're gonna do the windows and stuff. So
I could put it in pretty light too.
yeah.
And just have a faint idea of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like figuring out how many details to add is the hardest part for me. Like, when do I say this is good? Because it's nice to
Yeah.
have like brush strokes, I think.
I think so too. Like I think like you're still definitely refining shapes, but yeah. Like, I like how it's feeling already, so I just think the more that you do, the more it'll feel put together.
Yeah.
I already really like the roof.
Thanks. So thank you, sir. Thank you, my kind sir friend. Okay, what do you think about the painting so far?
That looks very nice. You know, we spent a lot of time sitting on that side of the pool with this view, you know. It's from like the level of like I'm just kind of sitting on the edge of the hot tub.
Oh, mm-hmm.
It's the feeling of being there, you know?
Yeah, well, that's my goal.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting to hear what other people think who weren't there.
Yeah. Well, no, I really like looking at it because this is going to sound crazy, but it reminds me of all the good times we had there. That mid-century modern house is very much set up, I feel like, to be open and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of like the movie inspiration, the Hollywood inspiration to that mid-century vibe, and I feel like having kind of just open sets almost contributes to it. It feels like we are looking into a set, and it felt like it, you know, while we were there a little bit, where like there was just the comedy of them coming in with the balloons in the background and trying to hide it from my mom.
Yeah.
There's windows everywhere, but she just happened to be sitting like at the edge of the pool, so from where we were sitting we could see them moving through the house with all the balloons, but they were just like sitting out looking at us. Everybody being around, existing in one kind of space, because it is kind of just like one big shared space. And it feels like very welcoming, even though there's not people in it. So I like it. Are you thinking about adding people to it or anything, or what were you thinking?
I don't know, because that's what I was telling John. My hardest part is like figuring out how many details to add and like when to stop. And I want to start, like, my next steps are like adding the flamingo and the palm trees and finishing the sky and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that'll really kind of change the vibe. So I feel like I'll just have to see when I get there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to seeing it continue to come along.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like at that stage where I'm like, I like it now, so changing things is hard because then I have to let go of things.
Well, you're just documenting the process too, and I think part of it is just seeing it through.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna come out great. It's looking great so far, so I think if anything, we have reason to believe that it will continue to be good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks for all your... Ah!
Hello.
Okay. Hello again.
Hello.
Did you see the painting?
I do see the painting.
What do you think?
I mean, I just love your ability to like use all these different colors to really like get a lot of information. The inside looks super glowy, and I like that. And I like the pink is in like multiple different areas. It kind of like ties it all together.
Mm-hmm.
And the flamingo's coming in, which is
Yeah.
cute. Is the bottom of the flamingo is that being lit?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I can show you my... Here, let me stand. So yeah, so the pool light is underneath the flamingo.
Yeah.
So it looked like it was glowing. So that's why I took a picture of this.
Right, yeah.
And then I really like the house too. It's just really beautiful.
Is that the house you were staying in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I like how it's coming along. I like how the other floaty is also like going off the screen page canvas.
Yeah.
I like that too, because it just like it. I don't know, that whole thing that happens when you like put a cloud on the edge of the canvas or you put something on the edge of the canvas. It makes it feel like bigger.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. And then I like that the palm trees are starting to like peek out above the house.
Yeah, that was hard, that area.
Yeah.
And I'm still fighting with it.
Right. You know, like there's in the top of this reference photo, there is like one that goes up and there is no top. And I wonder if doing something like that could, in the same way that the floating on the left is like off on the edge, it could just add a bit more scale. Potentially.
Yeah, definitely. I think that'd be good too. Like, especially in that corner, like being diagonal opposite. Of
Yeah,
the
exactly. Just a
floaty
little.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Pretty straight, probably, too, because if you went sideways, it might mess with the other angles of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it looks great. I love all of the colors being reflected in the pool like that.
I don't know. I'm just like such in that mental state of like 1 second I love it, 1 second I hate it.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but I feel good about it right now.
Yeah, you're in the in-between, so it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Still haven't fully fleshed out. Are you gonna like do the chairs and everything too?
I don't know. It was so funny because in John's interview, he was like, "Are you gonna do the umbrella or is it an eyesore?"
Eyesore.
I thought that was so funny.
But I mean, yeah, like it is really glowy.
Yeah.
You know, so like putting anything in front of that will potentially take away from the glowy.
Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do is definitely add some more plants, like these palm trees, those plants.
Yeah.
And then see how detailed I want to get with that and the floaties.
Right.
And then have that kind of dictate how detailed that's gonna be.
Yeah, that makes sense for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, even just the side plants will definitely add just like that little bit more depth. The silhouettes. That'd be great.
Yay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's my current review.
Thank you. A very positive review.
Positive review.
So positive.
Yay. All right.
I picked up that small brush way before I should have. That looks so weird. Okay.